we do a little thing called Top 10 right now. Alex, we're going to have to get you involved in that. Drag you in here in February. You're going to enjoy that. Because we do, we rank the players at each position, 1 through 10. And it really forces you to make choices as to where the value is in the game and who's valuable in the game. And you see, JT Realmuto came up at 2019. He was number 2, moved from 8th, 5th, but then number 2 back-to-back years. Last 2 years, he's been number 1, and he just came through with a 6.5 WAR year. Bo Porter, is he like under the radar a little bit right about now, considering he's a number 1 player at his position?
No, I don't see him under the radar at all. This is a bell cow. When you start to look at the catching position and everything that he brings to the table, he's arguably the best offensive catcher. Then you look at his ability to receive, put down fingers and call a game, the ability to throw, and I think that the real separator is watching this guy run the bases.
Look at that.
Yes, he can.
Among catchers, number 1 at base running.
He can steal a base. He can go first to third on a single. He can go first to home on a double. So this is the total package that, from a managerial standpoint, this is exactly what you're looking for as a frontline catcher.
What I was asking was, I don't think we just talked. JT Realmuto, here comes a superstar, but for a catcher, this is a superstar.
Yes,
I get it. He's the bell cow. See that? He's got
yes.
stories too.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
The cow is at the fair, right? You have the cow with the bell. All right, I get that. Where are you on that?
So here's the thing. On a team with Harper and Schwarber's 46 home runs, he does get lost a little bit in that. So I would say he has been underrated. Think about this, 1.85 pop time. It's the quickest of all catchers in Major League Baseball. His value this year, think what his value is going to be next year with a stolen base, and the bases are 4.5 inches closer. You've got pitchers limited and throwing over. But this is a guy, you talk about, oftentimes you have a catcher on your team, and he's a defensive guy. He's a guy, he's an at-bat you give up in your lineup. This is not who JT Realmuto is. He's an on-base guy. He can drive the ball. He can run the bases. He's a position player that's an athlete who's not just a great defender, and you're not giving up anything. In fact, when you write your lineup and Realmuto's in, and I had this with Mike Piazza, we're automatically better than the other team at the catcher's position because he's your guy, because nobody matches up player for player with him as he's the best in the game.
There is a dearth of talent at catcher, but once we do our rankings 1 through 10, no disrespect, he's looking at me. When you go 1 through 10, when you get through the first 5, you start looking at platoon guys, you know, and Kurt Suzuki and guys like that, and you're like, all right, I'd have to take him. It's getting a little deeper now, but what's the value of having a guy who can do all these things?
Well, you don't have to worry about it. The other thing, too, is like when you look at that lineup, he's hitting 3rd, 4th in this lineup. And I could tell you one thing. On that team, he's not underrated at all or undervalued for sure. I mean, he is one of the reasons why I think the Phillies are in the position they're in the playoffs. When Harper went down with that wrist injury, I mean, he became a different player knowing that, hey, I got to put this team back on my back. And he started raking, not only just doing everything he was doing behind the plate, but he started raking and really putting that team on his back over the course of that time period when Harper was out. But, I mean, when you have a guy that can do it all like he can on the field behind the plate, I mean, you're at a complete advantage against the other team, like Steve was saying. But, I mean, all year I've been talking about Realmuto. I mean, it's known that I've got a little man crush on this guy because, I mean, I wish I could do half the things he does on a baseball field.
Would you have him number 1 coming this year, or Adley Rutschman? Because Rutschman's on the way.
No, and I've looked at this over the course of the year, especially at the end of the year. He's, for me, consensus number 1.
Realmuto again.
Yes.
As you're looking forward to next year.